gentlemen, here's an address from New Creation Presidential United States of America. Greetings, this is Aurora Rothschild Rockefeller Galactic Central. I am on mission station now. Meridians 7095.9 Rikers scale or ad infinitum, and I am broadcasting regarding our understanding of how difficult and complex it might have been for humanity to make the effort to create all sorts of denominational specialties to support the system in mimicking me in a parallel world. It is absolutely fascinating to now comprehend that, as a matter of fact, you have psychotherapists, therapists, doctors, and all to support the efforts of a masculine being male in, say, containing all my genitalia organs and lips, nose, etc., and them having to, as a life purpose, maintain composure, trying to be someone they're not. And in order to do that is why you have so much complicational self-help and all these vocational strata that you have constructed to help these people impersonate me and maintain composure, because I understand you are unstable race of people that cannot sustain yourselves unless you fornicate, and you need a lot of external justification, a lot of money, a lot of pretenses. See, when you're a real person, this is more than $1 billion mansion in Malibu. Just, it's a tent, and it costs practically nothing besides the minimum amount of respect from this town that know my story. Even if they want to play a sideline story, they have all their prostitution bars and restaurants to go play their little sideline stories. I'm the only thing that's ever happening. So we do appreciate, and I understand, say, when I give messages and stuff, it triggers the person that is trying to embody that aspect of me if I go against their own brief and script in their vision version of how they want to establish their implementational agenda on what I'm saying. So now I know that my only hope would be for me to study the remainder of the story on the sidelines and see what's going on. And then when I understand that, then I can see how I can help them in their impersonation efforts at penetrating the scene. Say, they're all sons and daughters of movie producers or theater drama producers that train their personnel into how to appropriately behave, to emulate whatever persona it is that characterizes each one of their MOs and agendas and egos best. So for that person that comes from that background, say from a Spanish background versus from a etc., from a, you never know where they might come from, Costa Rica versus Lebanon versus Italy, you have so many of them, and each of them has their own trigger points, preferences, habits, likes, dislikes. So in order for each of them to take whatever attributes of me that can best match their profile, for them to continue engendering that persona and attracting the strata of politicians and whatever that they attract, or using that persona, it definitely takes a lot of money, a lot of medical people, cops that protect you, and whatever else. I don't have any of that. I'm just a real person. That's it. So From the lack I am in your regards, I am more than complete in my own regards. Now, for you to trespass my mouth while I'm sleeping, put bacteria to cause a cavity, that really shows that you as a species generally are hopeless. So no matter what you do to achieve that agenda, to mimic partially parts of me that you think might be something that would attract that person that you're trying to target from my past, for instance, then it is very understandable, except you are very low, you are ingrates. You don't even do it with any brink of gratitude towards Mother America that is providing everything. You took the funds, you took everything, you gave it to illegals, you programmed cops, etc. They're all in service to, the non-constitution, because that's the people who, shot Hamilton. They shot Alexander Hamilton. Now, the first attempt of the Constitution that they put into points, bullet points, like Amendment number 1, yada, 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 ta, etc. Now, how they transcribed that, when I was an American-born, Hebrew-speaking child in Jerusalem, and I did what I did with it, and they deemed me unworthy of life on earth with my own American organs, my own American vagina, lips, nose, eyes, and everything else, and then they staged a funeral by the stabber and the other one, and Alex and everything, to then remove those parts of me that they thought were unacceptable and put them on people who also thought I was unacceptable, that had been so unacceptably hateful toward me that they stabbed me, and they made movies out of that called Mel Gibson Braveheart, because they think that they are so courageous to have actually terminated my existence from them, and now that's the fire that they all burn by. It's the hatred that Mel has for me, that now they've transcribed 2 Beaufort County sheriff officers that arrested me because Mel shot LG Lex, then cut my hair for Nilo, because that's the people of Mel, and beyond. And then they have their Mel heirs here, representative, and so many others. So to say, given those facts and my comprehension of how difficult it might be for you to maintain the composure it remains and it takes to emulate me and my characteristics and my persona, I just feel very privileged to be me to begin with. And then to let you know that, as I told President Trump now in a private message, even if you people now choose to cut my nose, my lips, and my eyes, and my, what's left of my boobs and my organs and whatever, and my new elaborately, hybrid vagina, and put it on another person or several other people, you will still never have me talk through. So now, say whoever's talking through my organs, I don't know if they put them on Muhammad yet or they're still on Dina Tabet, but whoever talks through them is a person who hates my organs, who went as far as stabbing me to put me in a grave. So no matter what they say it's gonna or do, it's gonna be a wrong action, because it's like a Muslim sheikhs that owns me now by force, not just by marrying me and saying tale if he doesn't like me, but by cutting me and owning me on his own body, and then choosing to prostitute me at will, and then convince the masculine cops that it's my fault because he's a guy. So I'm telling you, this is something unrealistic. Thank you for your understanding.